Hi, my name is Tammy Duncan with Epiphany Healing Arts, and I'm excited to talk to you again today. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I launched a YouTube video called The 18 Sacred Truths About Autism, and it stirred it up quite a bit because there was some big-time tough love messages in that video, and not everybody was ready to hear it. A lot of people are still wanting to stay in the state of victimhood and seeing their child through the lens of suffering. And I understand that that is what goes on in the house and in the physical world, but my message is more expanded than what you see with your physical eyes. It's more about what you feel and sense with your heart and your soul. So I'm asking you to zoom out into a big picture perspective, zoom out into an angelic perspective, zoom out into a spiritual perspective or the perspective of your soul, instead of into this tiny microcosm that is the 3D reality of your world. So today I have another message for you. Now, there was quite a lot of talk and discussion after the last video, and when I thought, should I justify what I was saying or should I explain what I was saying, what I got in my meditations was absolutely not, because the truths, the 18 truths, stand alone. They are the truth. And if people aren't ready to hear those, that's okay. And if it triggered you into anger, that's okay too. Because if it triggered you, that means that there's something with it that meant something to you. Whether it be annoying, or it called you out, or it's something that you are doing that you shouldn't be doing. And that may have triggered anger in you because you know now that there's a different way of being with your child. A place where you can meet him halfway and work on yourself and also help him to live to his optimum potential. And we can do that with so many different ways. There's so many different resources out there for you. But one thing that happened is last Wednesday, I go into meditation typically every morning before I get out of bed, and something came to me. And it's something that I guess I knew at some level, but hadn't really anchored into my awareness, and that was having to do with the vibration of the autism community. And so if you haven't heard of this concept, there's a concept of the collective consciousness, and the collective consciousness is the energy, the average energy vibration that all of society is putting out into the world, right? Out into the universe. And there's different levels of vibration. The kids diagnosed with autism that are typically, they're existing at this very high level, this level of divinity almost like ascended masters, close to that, angelic level. And some of you even call your kids angels. And they really are, in a different way though. And so they're vibrating at this higher level. And then right under here are like the light worker level. These are the people that are like me, that are like, putting love out into the world, working and living our soul purpose, constantly aware of the vibration and the message that we're putting out to the world, that it's filtered through unconditional love. We see the light in everybody, and we're working that daily in our lives. We're doing our work to maintain this higher vibrational state. And the animal kingdom, they also rest in that level as well. And that is another message that I'm sure I'll be sharing with you soon from the animals. And you can see my Mr. Cookie, the Schnauzer, back there as part of my healing team in the room with me. And if you see my pug walking behind me, his name's Pudge, and he's also part of the healing team. And they run at this very high vibrational level as well. And so this is the level that we're trying to get to, because this is the level where the kids feel comfortable. This is this unconditional loving level, okay? And so anything under that makes it uncomfortable for the kids to exist. So when your child walks into the grocery store and there's these average, people in there, normal people doing their thing, they may be agitated because there's an energetic difference. And it's harder for them to be in their physical body when they are in an environment where there's lower energy. And the collective consciousness is right here. So we've got our animal kingdom, plant and mineral kingdom, and then our collective consciousness is down here. They kind of run at this level of, worry, a lot of worry and anxiety, and I would, those negative manifestations we talked about. But the thing that shocked me about the autism community, and then when I looked at other communities too, where there was like a chronic illness component to the community, they're running below a lower vibration than the collective consciousness. And that was when I was like, what? Okay, so my knowing knew that, my heart knew that, but my mind hadn't really caught up with that yet. And it's because I've been playing it safe. I have been only really communicating in my safe little bubbles within the autism community, those bubbles of families and parents that are working towards rising up to this higher vibrational state. So when I came back from Costa Rica a few weeks ago, I was on fire to bring out a message to the community, and that's what you saw in that last video. But what I hadn't realized was that before that, I had been speaking to the choir. I had been speaking to all of you that already got what I was doing and got the message. And so what I'm being called to do is to change that, is to no longer to play it safe, and to ask you guys to no longer play it safe and look at the autism community and the vibration that we are running in. So if there's worry energy in the collective consciousness and some fear and all that, in the autism community a little bit lower than that, we've got anger, we've got hate, we have shame, we also have the worry, but within that, there also is joy and love and these higher vibrational frequencies as well, but they're weighted down by this other anger, almost this warrior energy that's coming out in an aggressive, angry way and not in a warrior of love and truth way. There's a different energy there. And that's why I'm asking parents very boldly last time to look at the message that they're putting out into the world. So the autism community, though, encompasses the parents, it encompasses the teachers, the therapists, the doctors, anybody that's working with the children. Interestingly, it doesn't encompass the kids, and because the kids are vibrating up here. So when I'm talking about autism community, I'm talking about everybody else that's related and connected to the kids, including myself, although I'm vibrating up here and I am able to detach myself from that collective autism consciousness energy, that autism collective energy, So now what do we have to do about it? This is part of my soul purpose too, to come forth and be like, all right, guys, this is enough's enough. If we are going to rise above to a higher level where the kids can become comfortable in their bodies. By comfortable in their bodies, that means that they are not pacing and stimming and yelling and screaming and doing all of these different behaviors and things, that they're able to be at peace in their body and make the choices with their free will if they're going to speak or not, or if they have more things to teach and to learn. But at least they'll be in that comfort space and in a peaceful space to be able to make those choices. If we're running down here at this lower level, then they have to fight that energy, and they're highly sensitive, and it's difficult to do. So what do we do? And this is where the beauty comes. The first thing that I'm asking you to do, and this is your call to action, is to share your truth, okay? I would love what I got, and it's not about getting hits on YouTube. I could care less about that. It's about sharing the message. So those deep, dark places in the autism community that we don't share things with, those maybe it's the teachers and therapists that we hide what we're doing from. They need to hear how those 18 sacred truths and anything else that you feel that would be beneficial to them. They need to be in the loop because they're part of this too. They're part of who the kids are working with a lot during the day. So share the video, number one. But the second thing is the big campaign. And the big campaign is called I See Your Light. Okay? And it's not me seeing your light. It's you as the therapist, the teacher, the mom, the dad, the grandma and grandpa, seeing the light of the child. Tuning into your child, tuning into any child that is within this sort of autism spectrum-y range of kids and adults, and sharing your story. When did you know? When did you see that they were more than autism? When did you see their soul? When did you feel love from them deep in your heart, deep in your soul? I want you to share that story. I want you to blog about it. I want you to post about it. I want you to take a picture of you and your child and share any story that you have where you saw their light, where you were able to, in essence, touch the divine by connecting to their soul. So you're going to take pictures, you're going to blog about it, you're going to make videos, you're going to talk about it, scream about it at the top of your lungs, and every time you do, you're going to put hashtag I see your light attached to it. And it's very important because then every time you add hashtag I see your light to your posting, whether it be on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, blah, 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 all those different social media sites, it creates an online database of all of these kids and all of these stories where we're able to see their light. And when you can see your child's light the one time, even if it's just one story, you can see it again. And you can see it again after that, and again, and then you begin to amplify the energy of seeing the light of your child. And when you can see it, you give permission for other people to see it too. In essence, what we are doing and creating is the tsunami of light out into the autism community and encouraging people to just see it. Not only are we creating the tsunami, but for your own child and for the collective of the autism kids and adults, it's like a love letter from us to them. So they can see and feel our love for them. And when they see and feel that love for them, they can take on the world. They can be comfortable in their bodies. They can do whatever they want because they have felt that love from you and from the community. And they feel the raising of the vibration of the collective of the autism community. Because why? Because you see them. Because now you know them. And others can see them too. And they know that they are not just a pacing body that looks like autism that's sick. They are more than that. They are a beautiful, divine soul brought to this earth for a purpose to teach us unconditional love. So, hashtag I see your light. On and on and on. Push, push, push. That is step 1. Step 2 is to raise your vibration, to commit to a life of raising your vibration on a daily basis. And on my website, epiphanyhealingarts.com, I See Your Light, or on iseeyourlight.com, I'm going to have all these different tips and tools for you on how to raise your vibration, how to help raise your individual vibration so that it can raise up to this level to also help the kids to be more comfortable in their bodies. And this is raising you to a level where you are existing in a state of love all the time. All right, and then the last thing is to be a messenger of light. And I am putting out an all call for those of you that want to be leaders in this movement to come and contact me, and I will tell you how you can be a messenger of light and share that message out into the world and really help to infuse this message into all spaces to help not only our autism vibration, but also the collective consciousness at a global level as well. And so I am calling you out, those people that know that part of this is your soul purpose, but you don't know what to do. I have some fun jobs for you that you can do easy at home in your pajamas, and you're going to have fun doing it. And really all it is just sharing the light more out into the world. So I've called you guys out, I've told you what's happening, and now this is the next step. This isn't the Tammy idea. This is divinely given, mission from God, and a lot of it coming from Jesus, I'll have to tell you, and my guides and angels saying this is where we need to go now, and this is not something to sit on your butt about. This is something to do continuously in your life. Hashtag I see your light. And I wouldn't ask you to do it if I didn't see your light too, because you are also a divine being. And I can't wait to see what you do with your life when you raise your vibe. All right, epiphanies to you. Have a great day.